Hey Christine, how was your day? I slept like a baby.
Anal Geek presents Lights Out, Everybody. The National Broadcasting Company presents Lights Out, a summer revival of the famous series which many of our listeners will remember. Tonight's story, the eighth and the last in this series, is called The Signal. Lights out, everybody. This is the witching hour. The hour when dogs howl and evil is let loose on the sleeping world. Sit in the dark now and listen to Lights Out.
Hello, below there!
I was calling to a man who stood beside a railroad track at the bottom of a deep and rocky ravine. One would have thought that, considering the nature of the ground, he would have looked up where I
Woodville.
was standing.
My parents still live here.
But instead he turned and looked down the railroad line. I called.
Roads here were damaged since the incident when I was 9. Still, you can't drink coffee in a car while driving
The
here.
terrible glare of the setting sun was in my eyes. I put my left arm across my face and waited.
This place was half dead since I was a child. It seems locked down
and I
took
saw on his
almost no
face an
effect here.
expression of intense horror. He regarded me fixedly without moving. I shouted,
Is there a path by which I can come down and speak to you?
He continued to stare at me. Gradually, the expression of horror seemed to pass from his face, leaving it a gray, empty mask. When he spoke, his voice seemed to come from a grave.
Why do you wish to speak to me? No reason. Just want to talk. You have no reason. Please go on your way. Well, I do have a reason. Let me come down and talk to you.
He motioned with his little rolled-up flag to a narrow path about 200 yards distant, which descended the rocky wall of the ravine. I carefully made my way down it. The ravine was extremely deep and unusually precipitous. The man's post at the bottom was in as solitary and dismal a place as I'd ever seen. I could see the railroad tracks running into a dark, gloomy tunnel at one end of it. So little sunlight ever found its way to the spot that it had an earthy, deadly smell. And so much cold wind rushed through that it struck a chill into me, as though I'd left the mortal world. Hello, I'm afraid I'm intruding.
Well,
I'd better explain. You see, I'm a reporter for the London Times. You know the Times.
yes, I know the Times.
I'm a new man. I was assigned to do a series of stories on people who work at little-known occupations in the city. And strolling along, seeing you down here, I thought, here is a story.
That's the reason that brought you down here.
Yes, perhaps I'd better ask you a few questions, hadn't I? For instance, how far down are we? I've never seen anything quite like this before.
52 feet.
Is that considered deep for railroad cutting?
Deepest in the country.
52 feet. And how long is the tunnel?
3/4 of a mile.
I see. And that red signal light in front of the tunnel, is that part of your job? I mean, do you have to see that it stays lighted all the time?
Don't you know that it is?
Don't I know it is? Bill, you've been staring at me ever since I called you. Staring as though I was something to be afraid of. I'm just a newspaper reporter that's all
I don't know you, Clark, but I'm grateful. Music can save my day. Or night, actually. Also, I hope you left your booze somewhere. I might need it.
But I've never been here before. It's a part of London I've never visited. No, you may be sure of that.
I'm sure. I beg your pardon.
I lived in Bright City for years, but never went to the sea. Now I can see what I missed. The ghost ship of Bright City. It was drifting all around the sea since I was a teen, until the fishermen found it on the beach after another lockdown ended 2 years ago. Bright City is in complete lockdown for months now. It's so sad to know people are locked in their tiny rooms.
Tell you, do you believe that I am in my right mind? Yes.
Yes, I believe that.
All right. Do you remember yesterday evening the fact that I took you for someone else?
Yes?
That's what's troubling me.
The mistake, you mean?
No. There's someone else I took you for.
Who is he?
I don't know.
Does he look like me?
I don't know. I've never seen his face. You see, the left arm is across the face, always.
I have nothing to
And the
store
right
here
arm
yet.
is waved violently this way. It's as though he were trying to signal me. For God's sake, clear the way!
Where do you see him?
I may as well start at the beginning. One moonlight night about a year ago, I was sitting here when I heard a voice cry out. It's just as you called last evening. I jumped up and looked out of the door and saw this someone else standing by the red light near the tunnel, waving just as you did last night.
One arm across the face, the other waving toward you?
Yes, the voice seemed hoarse with shouting, and it cried, "Look out! Look out!" And then again, "Hello, below there, look out!" I caught up my lamp, turned it on, and ran toward this figure. "What's wrong?" I said. "What's happened?" It didn't speak. It stood just outside the blackness of the tunnel. I advanced so close upon it that I wondered at its keeping the arms across the eyes. I ran right up to it and had my hand outstretched to pull the arm away when it was gone.
Gone?
Where? I don't know. I ran on into the tunnel, 500 yards maybe. I stopped and held my lamp over my head. And all I saw were the wet stains trickling down the walls. I ran out faster than I ran in, searched the area with my light, and then came back here and called Burnham and said the alarm had been given. Anything wrong? They answered, "All's well. Disregard alarm message."
Well, don't you suppose you could have imagined seeing him?
Yes, but you forget. I also heard him.
Yes, but listen to the wind whistling through the tunnel. It sounds almost human at times. It's possible to
Well, let me
imagine.
finish. You haven't heard the rest. Within 6 hours after the appearance, 6 hours, mind you, the two 240 train.
So, flying whale. Just another day at work.
What's the matter? No. What is the conductor's signal for a stop? Everything all right here? Yes, just got the all clear signal. Here comes the conductor now. Hello? What's wrong back there? What did you pull the cord for? An accident. Where's the signalman around here? That's me. You have a shack nearby? Right over there. What happened, man? A woman was killed. Killed? How? She was passing between the coaches. I suppose she slipped, was caught between the couplings. But how? Nobody seems to know, sir. She was crushed horribly. On account of the other passengers, we've got to get the body off. Have them take her tonight. In the shock when one morning, just as day was breaking, I looked toward the red signal light and saw him again.
Did he cry out this time?
No, he was silent.
Did he wave his arm?
Yes, the right one. The left, as usual, was across his eyes. He seemed to be pointing down into the tunnel. He leaned against the shaft of the light like a statue over a grave.
Did anything happen? Any accident, anything?
Not immediately. He was there.
Who was supposed to walk the stairs? Titans? The view from up here is quite nice. I wonder why they never allow anyone to go near these structures. Woodville sign somehow always cuts through the fog, just perfect for the travelers to find it. Sadly, no travelers in this area for many years. I have never seen the High Bridge from this angle. I guess not a lot of people have this opportunity.
Of course you're right. You're doing your job as well as it's humanly possible to do. You're not responsible for the future. You're responsible only for the present. What happens at this switch, now? You've got to look at it that way.
I know. Only I can't forget that something is going to happen.
I don't doubt that. But if you keep your eyes open at all times, you may be able to prevent it. I pray to God I may. It's easy to say, but try not to be trying too much.
I try. But it's the responsibility that crushes me. Because of this vector, because of this knowledge of things that will happen along this line, I am responsible for every child, every mother, every person that rides upon it. I know that something is going to happen. I ought to warn them, but I don't know how to warn them when they die. If they die. That's so much.
Look, would you like me to spend the rest of the night with you? Perhaps it would help keep your mind off things.
No, thank you. I'll be all right. You don't know what a blessing it's been just to be able to tell you the whole story.
Would you like me to come back tomorrow night?
Would you like?
No.
And when you write your story about me, about this job,
Yes.
if you could tell the whole story, everything I've told you, it would help lift this awful responsibility from my shoulders. People would know. They might think me mad, but they would know. And the weight would be from my shoulders.
Yes, I'll write that story tomorrow. Everything. You needn't be afraid that I'll skip anything. I'll bring it along with me and show it to you before I turn it in.
It would mean so much.
Yes. Now, I think it's best I go.
Good night, then. And you will come back tomorrow?
Yes.
Can you find the path?
Easily. I'm beginning to know it by heart now. Good night.
This seems unfinished.
I went to bed immediately after returning to my bunk. If I had slept unsoundly the night before, I slept little if any this night. There were the same dreams, the man's face, his eyes with their deep inner secret and pain, and in the background the sun going down over the ravine, and the figure, no longer my own, with one arm across the eyes and the other waving toward me, crying in a low moan, "Clear the way, clear the way." In the morning, when I came to work, I felt tired, almost feverish. Could hardly wait until sundown, and I would again visit the signal. I wanted to show him the stories I'd written in. At last, the hands of the clock pointed to 6:30, and I left the office on my way to the ravine. About half an hour later, I arrived at the top of the cutting. I glanced down, and there, close at the mouth of the tunnel, I saw a man, his left arm across his eyes, passionately waving his right arm. The nameless horror that oppressed me passed in a moment, for I saw that this man was a man indeed, and that there was a little group of other men standing at a short distance, to whom he seemed to be rehearsing the gesture he made. With an irresistible sense that something was wrong, with a self-reproachful fear that fatal mischief had come to my leaving the man there alone in his state of mind the night before, I presented the lunch to them. What's the matter here?
Signalman killed.
Yes.
Just a little while ago.
Not the man belonging to this post.
Aye.
Not the man I know.
You will recognize him, sir, at your fencing him. The body is over here.
There. You see?
Oh.
How did it happen?
He was cut down by the engine, sir. Just as he was lighting that red lamp. No man on the line knew his work better. But somehow he wasn't clear of the outer rail. He had the lamp in his hand ready to light it as the engine came out of the tunnel. His back was toward it and she cut him down. Ah, here's the engineer now. Show him how it happened.
Yes, how did it happen? I'm going to report it sometime.
Well, sir, coming around the curve in the tunnel, I saw him at the end. There was no time to check the speed, but I always knew him to be very careful. Only this time, he didn't seem to pay on the attention to the whistle. I finally
such fog, but we were running down on him and called out to him.
What did you say?
I shouted, "Hello, below there! For God's sake, clear the way!" Yes,
Windlands planes, they produce most of the energy for Woodville and Bite City. But I remember frequent shutdowns this time of the year. I wonder, was it because of Titans?
so that I would not see. And I waved his arm to the last. But it was no use, sir. No use. No. I walked away. I was trembling so that it took all my efforts to climb the rocky path to the top of the ravine. I knew the sun was going down in flames behind me, but I dared not look. I hurried back to my desk at the office. Began writing the transplant story.
Sir? Yes, what? Is your copy ready, sir?
Just a moment.
Please hurry, sir. I have a dose of press in a half hour.
I'll have it ready. Come back.
All right, sir.
This, then, is the story as it was told to me, and as I saw it. I make no judgment of it, no deduction. It happened. I know it happened. That's all. Except I bear with me the memory of a humble man, lonely and isolated from this world of ours, one who bore the responsibility for his fellow men so strongly on his conscience that he died from it. For I am convinced that alone is what brought him to this end, not the tree. Fine. Charles All right. You can turn them on now.
You have just heard the eighth and the last in the summer series of Lights Out. Tonight's story, Charles Dickens' The Signalman, was adapted for radio by Frederick J. Lipp. Starring in the role of Charles Dickens was Nelson Armstrong.
Here you are, Jasper, enjoying your night off. Well, one of us still has a whale to escort. Is this Jasper's house? No way. This boat looks even older than Christine. Good I didn't sign for a river patrol. Those gates are new. I wonder if they're for us or for Titans. Instead of fixing the road, close it. What a great solution!